All right. Guys, time for the problem. And this is the favorite, my favorite, personal favorite. And I'd say probably one of the most important parts of the entire call. So this one's going to be a little longer. Okay. And the reason why is because I'm going to teach you guys some NEPQ. Now, what is NEPQ? Neuro. Dude, I don't even know what NEPQ means. Let me look this up. By the way, so if you guys want to master this, go watch Jeremy Lee Minor stuff. It is literally the best. NEPQ, guys. This is funny. What's funny is I'm not going to go back and fix this. Neuro emotional persuasion questions. What does that mean? See, I know what it means. I just don't know what it actually meant. But anyways, what this means is we are going to be asking them questions that cause them to realize something. Asking questions to guide them into the right direction, right? Neuro emotional persuasion questions. We are asking them questions that are going to help them feel an emotion and help them realize, dang, I feel the pain. This sucks. That's the thing. The most solid sets are going to be the ones that build the most pain. Every time, guys. I'm telling you. Every time, the most solid sets are the people who understand and realize that they have the biggest problem. I talked about this a bit in one of the last videos. But the thing is, the problem call is like the whole fucking thing, dude. If they don't realize they have a problem, then they're not going to move forward with the solution. So you really got to hound on the problem, and you do that by asking questions and then by telling stories. Now, let me explain. So let's dive into the pitch. So obviously after the intro, we're gonna have your intro, but then after the intro, that's when we're gonna start going into the problem part of the phase, which is, like I said, the best part, and the part that you need to get best at as well. Now, after the intro, a lot of times I'll say, yeah. So the reason for the call, John, is I just wanted to call and update you for the utility cost changes for your property at 123 Sunchief Court. Just making sure has anyone spoken to you about this already. Or another good line that I really like using actually in the phones too, is you guys should have received a notice from TECO about that, or insert electric company here. Whatever electric company. You should have received a notice about that in the mail. Did you guys remember getting that? Yes? Okay, great. Basically what's going on. And then you move into the problem part. So I'm going to use Florida, for example. The reason why I'm going to use Florida is because I'm able to build a lot of pain here. I like it because there's so much that's been going on with utility companies as far as them raising the rates. That's causing it's just easier to build pain. Now in California, you're going to build pain a little different. In Texas, you're going to build pain a little different. That's why you got to understand the market, understand how much of the rates going up, or how much are the rates going up? Why are they increasing? And explain that as part of your pitch. Okay, so it's going to change depending on where you're dying. But as far as Florida goes, so for Florida, what I'm going to say is, yeah, so basically what's going on, they're doing something called grid hardening. Basically what that is, because the risk of hurricanes, they have to come out and harden the grid. What that means is they're going to swap out the old wooden power lines with big metal ones. Now, that sounds great and all, but as a result of that, you're going to be affected. And you're going to be affected because your electric bill is going to increase. They raise the rates. Now let me ask you a question. Have you guys been affected by the rate hikes this last summer? Yes? Okay, awesome. How much are you paying? This is what you want to get into when you get into the problem. There's one really important thing that you need to learn, and that is, what is their bill? How much do they pay? Do they pay 100? Do they pay 200? Do they pay 300? Do they pay 400? However much they pay, you need to figure that out. So, how much do you guys pay for your electric bill? Okay, let's just say $300. Okay, $300. Okay, and that's on the quarterly billing plan, correct? It's one of my favorite parts. I teach it to all my guys. It's great because it's like because then when they're like, no, that's monthly, and this is where you bill shock. I'm telling you, this is the most important part of the pitch. It's the bill shock. Holy crap! Wait. So you're telling me that you pay $300 a month to flick on the lights? And they're like, yeah, I mean, that's normal. I'm like, no, that's not normal, man. That is insane. That $300, dude, that's like a freaking car payment, man. Like that's a lot of money. And that's like, has it always been that high? And this is when I go to my NEPQ. But if you can tell, I'm using my tonality to really show them, like, holy crap, like, I'm actually surprised. And, like, you shouldn't be dealing with this, you know? I'm getting them to feel that emotion, right? And then I'm starting the NEPQ. So have you ever seen a bill like this, like, before? And he's like, I mean, I don't know. If they're in Florida, like, a lot of times, by the way, people are getting higher bills like this last summer than they've almost ever gotten before because of the rate hikes as much as they are. So they're like, no, I've never gotten a bill this high. And I'm like, wow, man, it must be because of the rate hikes. I mean, they went up just 20% this year. I mean, you guys got the notice about that in April. I mean, TECO, I mean, they raised their rates literally almost 70% in the past 4 years, which is crazy, man. So, like, that's the thing, is if you look back 4 years ago, I mean, your bill is like almost double of what you were paying before, which that's the reason for the call, right? That's the reason I'm reaching out to you is just to let you guys know about one of the new programs that was rolled out to help you save some money on that. Now, depending on the homeowner, once you feel that they feel enough emotion, enough pain, then you can move on to the solution. But if they're not very concerned about their bill and they think that paying $300 is okay, you start diving into those questions. Like, $300, that is insane, man. I mean, do you have like 3 kids, a pool? Like why is your bill so high? And they're like, I don't know. I just got like an AC, I guess. And I mean, we keep it pretty normal. It's just me and a couple kids. Wow, man, that's crazy. I mean, you ever seen a bill like that before? They're like, no, man. I mean, this is pretty new. I'm like, yeah, it must be because of the rate hikes. That's crazy, man. I mean, have you done anything to bring down that bill, like some energy efficiency, maybe windows or like insulation or something? No. I mean, or they'll be like, yeah, we have. I don't know, whatever they say. But what these questions are doing is it's causing them to realize and to see the problem. Okay, asking them questions that help them realize that their bill is just fucking high, and that is the point. That is the entire point of the problem. Okay, is just to help them understand this problem that they have. Talk about the rate hikes of utility companies. Talk about how they're going up. Ask them questions and then guide them to realize that they have a problem. Once they feel the problem, then they are ready to be moved, or then you're ready to continue on to the solution. Perfect.